Hi there, welcome to the new lecture. In this lecture, we will be learning about adjusting the system settings. System settings is a tool in Windows where you can set global preferences for the way things work on your computer. And it's something that we will revisit constantly throughout this course. So system settings you'll need to get, for example, by using the system settings, you could go to the taskbar or start menu. All of that stuff can be done. So just click on start button and click on settings, or click on start button and go to all apps. This is where it will be there under sorting. When you sort with the AS, you'll have the settings, but most of the cases, in fact, system settings will be directly pinned on your start menu. So click on settings. This will open up your settings, and you can see here lot of categories are available in the left side, and each of these categories has more and more options in the right side, and each of them have a sub information. Let's say if I want to go back, I can click on system, I can go to the system, or sound, I can adjust the sound. If you have a multiple mics, you could adjust your mic settings, all of that stuff, right? So now what I'm going to do is, I'm not going through all of these subcategories, but we can see how the settings tool works basically, and by looking into a few of the most common and useful settings, we will be looking to it. And if you see, as we start with this system, this is the first category, and you can select this category here in the left side. This is where and then you'll see the subcategories here, or the main part of the window. So this is the main window. Here you would see all the subcategories, and let's say if I go with the display as a subcategory, I have other options here. And this is where you could change the resolution, graphics, specific, all of that stuff. You could actually do it. And if I want to go back to maybe a sound, I can do some kind of adjustment with my sound system. And there is another important subcategory that we could talk about, would be the your computer's power and battery specific. Let's say if I don't know where to go, I could simply click on search here as a power and battery. In fact, it's there already in a system, but just in case, if you don't know where is that setting, you can simply click on by typing here, by searching power, and then it will give you all the options. So in our case, in fact, under system, you have your power and battery. This is one additional common thing that you want to do it. And as you could see within the power, since this is a laptop machine where I could actually adjust my sleep time, let's say I can turn off on a battery if the machine is so and so minutes or idle. So I could do these kind of configuration here. So if you're using the laptop, you'll see definitely these kind of additional settings, but if you're directly connected with your desktop or PC, then you don't see much settings with respect to the power settings for the sleep and other things, right? You could adjust your network for your Wi-Fi and other settings, and personalization is the key here. For example, you could change your background and all of this stuff, and also the colors. For example, this is the color state. For example, you could go for a dog theme, so it's going to change the entire thing into the dog, or you could choose your own thing, or the light with a blue color instead of the blue, you want maybe a red or orange. You could actually choose the one which you wanted, or you could even select your automatic color options. And if I just want to go back, I can always click on here personalization, so that it goes back. And you could change a lot of things under personalization. We will have it definitely a dedicated lecture on these personal settings. And applications is the default application. Let's say if you install Chrome, in this machine. In fact, it's a Microsoft Edge browser was there, and in case if you want to change that, you could actually do the configuration directly from the apps and features option or the default options for your apps. And also you have other options, like in this case, for example, default app for maybe HTML file type. In this case, if it is let's take this movies and TVs, or dot extension of 3GP, which is again a movie format. You could use the VLC player extension by changing this to another default extensions. So you could do a lot of things with the default options. Similarly, if you would like to add some other accounts, you can always add up here. You could set up your family account or additional account, and you could change your time and date and region just in case if you want to change anything. And also gaming experience for the Xbox specific bar, you could do it. Accessibility, let's say I want my text size should be more like these, you could do it. So in fact I have done that change also, so that you are actually able to see this bigger text. And privacy information, you could verify, for example, location can be accessed by what other applications. Let's say I don't want a location to be accessed by any other application, then I would simply turn it off. So that kind of privacy settings I can perform it. And coming back to the Windows Update, we do have a dedicated lecture on that, but just in case if you're trying to do it, you can always check for all the time for Windows Update, and then download and install. So this is gonna download all the important updates automatically, and it's gonna install it. In case if you see any of the error, it's gonna show what is the error and why that error happened. And you could even pause, and you can do all kind of Windows Update specific actions can be performed within the Windows Update category. And just in case if you want to go back, you could go to the system and do a lot of other settings, right? So this is a new experience altogether for Windows 11 settings. So that concludes this short lecture on how to navigate to the system settings and other configuration that you could do it within the system settings. So whatever the actions or the settings that you are going to configure, this is going to be global, so you don't need to do it again and again, and these settings remains all the time active for you. I just wanted to give you, before I close this video, a shortcut key. So all you can do is hold your control key, that's a Windows key, and press I button. That's going to open up this system settings as a shortcut. I hope you can easily remember this. One more time, Windows key with I, that's going to open up the system settings. There are multiple ways you could do it, actually opening the as a shortcut. For example, I could hold Windows key and then do X, so Windows X, then a right click will open up, and then I could choose here system. So that's another way also. So there could be a lot of options that you could do it, but good to know always knowing some kind of a shortcut. So all the time try to open Windows system settings with Windows I. That's a shortcut key. I hope this shortcut and this lecture is useful for you. Thank you for watching this. We will catch you in the next lecture.